Nigeria has just had a joint commission with Saudi Arabian Kingdom, which is the second. Previous commission has been held but could not reach a conclusion. We want to know further what it entails, what benefit does Nigeria has to get from the joint commission. And we have with me Ambassador Yahaya Lawal to break it down for the common man so as to understand why this joint commission has to take place. Thank you for joining us, sir.
Thank you also for having me, and Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. And I would like to say that I'm honored to be here to explain to Nigerians the very essence of the Nigeria-Saudi Joint Commission. Joint Commission is a framework of cooperation between our two countries. It defines all the parameters of cooperation. It sets out the parameters in all areas of cooperation, be it in health, education, trade, investment, business, security, defense, labor, Hajj. So all the important areas of Nigeria-Saudi cooperation. Under the Joint Commission, the two countries' experts come together and negotiate various draft MOUs and agreements that are presented by the two sides. And I've told you, within this, in the MOUs and these agreements, they set out all and define how this cooperation can be taken forward. I think that's exactly what we just had. Our experts and officials have met. This is, as you rightly said, this is the second session. The first was held in 2013 in Riyadh. And of course, Nigeria is normally held alternately between the two capitals. So Nigeria has just hosted the second session. And we hope Saudi Arabia will soon also host the third session in Riyadh. What we have been able to, the experts have been able to do and to achieve is negotiate. And these negotiations have gone well. We have discussed a number of MOUs, as I said, in all these areas that I've earlier mentioned. And of course, these negotiations could not conclude all the negotiations. So it can continue, negotiations continue even outside the session. Okay. So we hope that in the next few weeks, these negotiations will continue where we left them.
Okay, you actually touched my second question because that was where I was heading to. It took 9 years after the first joint session for this second one to hold. So how soon do you think it can happen, even though you said in weeks, but how possible is it?
No, not in weeks, but certainly it's going to be very soon. Normally, after every session, the next session should be after not later than 2 years.
Okay,
not later than 2 years. Okay. Of course, we took a while before we hosted. It was our turn to host due to a number of reasons. But thank God we finally been able to host it and successfully do it also. And I think so the momentum has been built, and then the Saudis will take this momentum further. But we'll certainly not have a long delay in having the third session in Riyadh. What I said earlier about the negotiations will continue on those MOUs and draft MOUs and agreements on which negotiations have not been concluded. So we will continue negotiating even outside, as I said, the official framework of the session, the meeting, and with a view to arriving at agreeable drafts and MOUs for signature in the next session or even before.
This is very interesting, and knowing Nigerians, they like to explore in different types of businesses.
Thank God, actually, we were able during this session, on the side, and after the conclusion of this session, we were able to sign a memorandum of understanding between our two business communities, the Saudi business community and the Saudi Chambers of Commerce and the Nigerian Chambers of Commerce. So this is going to open the door for exchanges, for trade, and for businesses between our two countries. This is extremely important because we are talking of developing our economies. A national economy is a national economy. It's not. It doesn't exclude X or Y. It's for all Nigerians. So it's for all Nigerians, for the benefit of all Nigerians. All these agreements that we are signing or that we're negotiating are for the benefit of Nigeria. Nigeria is our focus. The interest of Nigeria is our focus.
Going further, they just concluded Hajj. We saw a lot of abnormalities, which I believe has to do with the COVID-19 pandemic. So going further with this joint commission, what is going to change? How are they going to take Hajj operations to the next level?
Hajj has just ended, the first Hajj after the pandemic. It is, as you know, it's not a normal Hajj. It's the first that came after the pandemic. So I think there was still some restrictions. You can see even the numbers were restricted. By hopefully next year, it is hoped that the Hajj will be a normal one. Our full quota will be restored and all restrictions will be lifted. As you are aware, people of 65 years and above were excluded,
yes.
So it's no longer going to be so, hopefully. And then Hajj in Saudi Arabia is going also is under transformation. So we too will have to respond to these new realities, to the new transformation. Saudi Arabia is implementing what you call Vision 2030, and that Vision 2030 applies to all aspects of their development and their national life, including the Hajj. So I think Hajj will witness, is undergoing transformation, and we will have to wake up also to catch up to those new realities.
Okay, back again to the previous question I asked in terms of visa collection. How do they go about it?
Again, I have to make reference to that vision. It's a very comprehensive socio-economic transformation plan. It's trying to reform socio-economic life in the kingdom, including relations of the outside world. So the visa is being liberalized. In fact, tourism is given a new impetus under the Vision 2030. And that's why the visa regime is being liberalized to allow a number of people from all parts of the world under a tourism development project. So visas are much easier to obtain. In fact, in the next, what I'm told, you can even acquire a visa, go online, request for your visa, whether it is Umrah, whether it is tourism, and you can go to any part of the country. There are no more restrictions. You can stay in the kingdom for 90 days without any form of restrictions. So Umrah visa or tourist visa are being given much easier than in the past. And in addition, I understand that, of course, for those who have holding whether UK visa or Schengen visa or US visa, in fact, you can get visa on arrival in Saudi Arabia. So I think it's much easier. It's much easier to acquire Saudi visa to visit the kingdom.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
What is your final word to Nigerians?
I would say to Nigerians that let me assure them that we are there to defend their interests and promote our nation's interests, and we will not relent in our set objectives. Nigeria we all need to benefit from this relationship. Bilateral relations are so vast, and there are great opportunities in the kingdom, great opportunities that the two nations can actually benefit from. So I think our main focus today, as I said, is we want to boost trade, exchanges, and investment. we need this foreign investment in our country. Nigeria's economy, and that's why we are there to try to attract those investments to improve our economy and to improve our well-being.
Thank you very much for your time, sir.
Appreciate it.
Well, viewers, you've heard it all from Ambassador Yahaya Lawal, the Nigerian ambassador to Saudi Arabia. Even I am more enlightened on what the Joint Commission stands as it is now. So let's anticipate for the best. Thank you very much, and thank you for watching, and keep a date with us when we bring you our next guest. Thank you.